pies. I ran out last year. Better make it 5 does. Me. Oh, and some mistletoe. You never know your luck. Me. Come in.
Mrs. Petty, do we really need a £20 turkey? I mean, after all. I say, what are you doing with that throat spray?
Tenderising my vocal cords for the carol concert.
Oh, you lost your voice.
On the contrary, I think I found my upper register.
After all these years, how splendid. Now, about this Christmas list.
Oh, yes, I want to add to that.
Add to it?
Yes, enough mincemeat for 5 dozen pies and some mistletoe.
Never mind mincemeat and mistletoe. Optimist, what's all this about the turkey?
Let me see. Well, it's quite simple. A £20 turkey, fresh, not frozen, and double giblets.
Birds don't come with double giblets.
Well, ask the butcher to take a set out of somebody else's.
Will he do that?
He might if you give him a nice smile.
Oh.
Forget it. Just tell him. Mrs. Petty said... Oh, have you seen Miss Lupin this morning?
Yes. I'm going to hate asking for double giblets. She's in the lounge, setting up her nativity.
Well, she can't. She broke all her animals in the summer when she had a farmyard on the lawn.
Ah, she's mending those.
Mending them? Ah, with the flour and water paste I made. I made a gallon for the paper chains.
Yes, I know. I cleared up the kitchen. No, I gave Miss Lupin a tube of that new stuff.
Not that stuff you have to be so very careful with.
Quite right. You do indeed. I know a man who went into a telephone box and vandals had covered the receiver with it. They had to take him to casualty. In the phone box.
And you went out and bought a tube of that and gave it to Miss Lupin?
You don't think?
I don't think I know. Come on.
It's got 4 legs now.
And a finger. Dolly, what does it say on the box?
Give me a minute to focus, dear. Ah. Oh, no. No, that's Japanese. French. Ah, I know a bit of French. Now, let me...
Dolly, just find it in English. This is an emergency. Now, keep calm, Cissie.
Oh, I am, Mildred. I'm cool as a little cucumber.
All right, Cissie, what are you stuck to? An ox, an ass, or a wise man?
Wrong. All wrong. It's a little lamb, dear. I found the instructions.
A bit late, aren't you, Dolly? Let me see.
I'm calling it Primrose.
Oh, just as well. It'll be here in the spring.
Now, don't upset her, Mrs. Petty.
Upset her? She's loving it. She's the centre of attention.
I am, aren't I? Oh, I wonder if I feel faint. Oh.
Come on, Cissie, you can't faint as easily as that.
Want to bet? I don't feel faint.
Put your arm down.
I don't think she can, actually.
No, I can't.
Oh, dear. And me with all those mince pies to make.
I'll help.
Good.
Has she got her finger stuck to her head?
No, she's playing Russian roulette. What does it say on the box, Dolly? There must be an antidote.
In case of accidents. I'm an accident, aren't I?
You're a disaster. Go on,
Immerse the affected areas
which is most of her.
in cold water.
Run a bath, Miss Milton.
I had one last night. I'm clean as a whistle.
Hang on. You can't immerse her head.
No, you can't.
Why not, Cissie? Let's see if she knows.
I've had my Christmas term.
I think you've had your Christmas.
Shall I ring the hospital?
And tell them what? We've got a lady stuck to a sheet.
Lamb.
Sheep or lamb, I'd rather ask for double giblets.
I know I'm an old fool, but how did giblets get into the act?
Well, I was in my room and Miss Milton came in with a Christmas list and... Oh, never mind. Anybody got a pair of scissors?
Good thinking, Mrs. Petty.
I think that's rotten thinking. What are you going to do, please?
Cut away the affected area.
But that's my head.
You all heard her say
Will these do, Flora?
garden shears would do. Now, don't move, Cissie. Whatever you do, don't move. Is that a 3p or a 6p on the back of that card, Dolly?
3p. I don't know where you find them.
Oh, I shop around. Let's make it 33p. Give the vicar's wife something to think about.
I'm sick of this.
I didn't remember you were there, dear. What are you sick of?
Well, being like this.
How long until it breaks off?
Oh, week, 10 days.
Oh, is it loosening at all, dear?
No.
Oh, well, it'll probably come with a rush. Now, I've done Cilla Black and Dame Vera. I wonder what you Bruno would like.
Good head of hair. Oh, good, a nice cup of tea.
It's for Miss Lupin, hot sweet tea.
She'd do better with a bowl of mint sauce.
Is my tea in a left-handed cup, please?
Give it to me, Finch. There we are, dear, left-handed.
Thank you, Flora. I couldn't have drunk it otherwise.
This is pretty, all you did.
Oh, Mildred, I am glad you're here. Look, I want you to... What have you got there?
The Christmas tree box, dear. You know, the balls and the bells and the...
I suppose that's the Christmas fairy.
Roger, you've given me the wrong box.
Oh, no, I haven't. Look, baked beans, 4 dozen, 7 ounce. Oh.
Yes, and we keep the Christmas decorations in veg soup 3 does condensed.
Blimey, done it wrong again.
Kindly do not swear at Christmas.
I'm not swearing at Christmas, Mrs. P. I'm swearing because I've got to get back in that loft again.
Well, shall I come and hold the torch for you, Rog?
Oh, well, shine a better light on things. Thanks, Finchy.
One thing's for sure, we shan't see those two for a couple of hours.
Honestly, I wanted to get on with the tree.
Well, you can't, dear, but let's get on with our carol practice.
Oh, good. Can we start with I've got rhythm?
You can't sing I've Got Rhythm in church on a Christmas morning.
Why not? They sing Bridge Over Troubled Waters at weddings and Amazing Grace at football matches.
She's right, they do, and I do not think it's a good thing. Now, come along, ladies. Line up over here.
Shall I bring my bowl?
Well, it's either that or leave your finger.
I'll bring my bowl.
Dolly, what are you doing with that cigarette?
Smoking it.
Look, you cannot possibly sing Gloria in Excelsis Deo with a lungful of smoke.
Try me. Why is she always right?
Now then, the Glorias. How do we hold our hands? Can anyone remember?
Oh, yes. Across our fronts like this.
Honestly, really, Cissie, I wouldn't mind, except that it is not how we hold our hands for the Glorias. That is for away in a manger.
It's not, you know. Away in a manger, we're down on one knee. I should know. I laddered my tight...
You're both wrong. Now pay attention, please. The Glorias are hands in front of us like this. Way in a manger, hands behind our backs, rocking gently. From side to side, Cissie, not backwards and forwards.
Don't we ever go down on one knee?
If ever we get to the end of this, I shall go down on both knees. Now, ladies, please, can I have some very nice Glorias? On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3.
But don't you all look at me. I've got a bad finger.
I'll be generous. I'll put it down to the weight of the basin.
Thank you, Flora.
Not at all, but don't do it again, Cissie. Don't do it again.
I won't.
That was uncanny.
Now, one more time, please. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Gloria. I don't believe it. I do not believe... Why are you singing Away in a Manger?
Because it's the next one we sing. I've got the list.
She's right, Flora.
I know she's right, and I know she's wrong. It is the next one we sing, but we don't sing it until we finish the first one. All right, now, another Gloria. All right, Cissie? One more Gloria?
If you like.
I don't suppose I will like, but let's try. On 3, please. 1, 2, 3. Gloria. She's late this year. By about 3 seconds. Come in, dear.
Am I disturbing you, Flora?
Yes, dear.
Oh, good, because I can't sleep.
You never can on Christmas Eve.
I know. It's a pity we have to grow up, isn't it?
I should worry about that, dear, when it happens.
I don't suppose I'll get what I want. I never do.
How can you say that, Cissie? You always get what you put on your list.
Flora, what did I put on my list?
Well, on the list you gave me, you put a camping stove or an action man.
Oh, that was clever of me, wasn't it?
Why?
Because they're what I want. I wonder what I asked the others for.
Well, you'll find out tomorrow, won't you?
Yes. Tell me again when we're opening our presents.
When we come back from church after the carol service. Save your voice, Cissie. And while you're about it, go back to bed and save your legs.
Yes, all right, dear. Oh, Flora, what do you want for Christmas?
A new room. With a draft in this one, it's like a deep freeze.
La 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 la.
Oh, dear, that means she's got a secret. As if I hadn't got enough on my mind. Oh, dear.
Oh. Don't mind me, will you?
You're next, Miss Milton.
Oh, thanks a lot. Pucker up, Miss M.
Oh.
And now the window gang.
That's going too far,
The
Finchy.
window gang, but why aren't they at the carol service?
Mrs. Petty said they hadn't made enough paper chains.
But we've got far too many paper chains, and there are far too many lights on this tree.
Mrs. Fanshawe did that tree.
Perhaps Mrs. Fanshawe would like to pay my electricity bill.
And Mrs. Love did the sideboard.
Sideboard? What side? Oh, crap. Like an off light.
Good. What time's opening?
Quick, they're back. Sherry's all round.
Large or small?
Oh, well, it's early in the day, and... large, Roger. Very, very large.
How did the carol service go, Mrs. Petty?
It didn't.
What?
The organist is in bed with mumps.
Did you have to sing unaccompanied?
No, the vicar sent for the boys' brigade.
Oh, sweet.
You weren't there, were you? There were we, for the first time, together with our Glorias, and where were they? All over the place with Goodbye, Dolly Gray. I couldn't wait.
To be fair, Flora, they did give us the holly and the ivy.
Oh, indeed, they did. While we gave them away in a manger, it was a fight to the finish.
And they won, didn't they, Flora?
On points.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Oh, never mind. I always reckon on 3 disasters every Christmas. At least it's got rid of one.
Cheer up, Mrs. P. Have a sherry.
Oh, well, I've got a dinner to cook, so I'll have a very small one, thank you.
Oh, we haven't lit the tree.
Oh, Mildred, please, can I?
Well, Dolly and I did all the work.
Oh, let her, Mildred.
Oh, thank you, Dolly. Thank you, Mildred. Now, is this the switch? Is everybody ready? Shut your eyes. Eyes tight shut. And the lights are going on now.
Oh, tell us when we can open our eyes.
Don't tell me, Cissie, I know. It's our second disaster, isn't it?
Was it my fault, Roger?
No, it was not your fault at all, Cissie. There are too many lights on that tree. I've thought it all along. It's overloaded.
Overloaded?
It is.
That means she's right again. It could drive you to drink.
Dry your tears, Cissie. We'll have a lovely time blaming Mildred and Dolly.
You mean you will?
I mean, I will, and while I'm doing it, go and open your presents.
Oh, Flora. Oh, these are mine. I can see my name. Oh, camping stove. Oh. Thank you all for my nice camping stoves. Need I write to you now?
Cissy, you must have given us all the same list.
I did, Mildred. I just remembered.
Tell you what, Miss Lupin. Tell you what. You go and open our present.
Oh, yes, you'll like it, Miss Lupin. I'm sure I shall. My action man. Oh, thank you for my lovely action man. Please, can I play with it now, Flora?
Yes, but try not to make a noise. Go and sit in a corner.
I'm going to call it Beryl.
Nobody dare tell her. I'm going in the kitchen to baste my turkey. It's a beauty. Anyone want to come and watch?
Oh, yes, me, if I can take Bertie.
She soon found out.
You know, I'm beginning to feel quite Christmassy.
I've still got a little way to go, but I'll get there. Oh, it smells delicious. I do feel Christmassy now.
So do me and Bertie.
I can't smell a thing.
I hope you're not coming down with a cold, Mrs. Fanshawe.
Perhaps she's got the mumps. Are you friends with the organist?
Over here. Put it down there, Roger. Now, the reason you couldn't smell anything, Mildred, is because it's covered in foil. I don't know what you thought you could smell. Now, stand back, everybody, mind the steam. It's stone cold!
Well, perhaps now she'll have the grace to apologize.
I doubt it. What for?
Telling me I overloaded the tree.
Mrs. Fanshawe, she did not overload the cooker. She couldn't have. There was only the oven on. It's a simple fuse. Isn't it, Roger? Isn't it a simple fuse?
Yeah.
Well, don't be such a gloomy boots. I'm just telling you, Mrs. Petty, it's a simple fuse. We can mend a simple fuse.
Can we? What with?
Well, fuse wire.
30 amp.
30 amp. That rings a bell.
As well it might. Tell her what you told me, Roger.
I asked you to get some fuse wire last week. I reminded you twice.
Oh, don't send me to Coventry, please. Not on Christmas Day.
Well, I simply don't see the problem. Why don't we just ring the emergency service?
I did. First thing I thought of. They'll try and be here tomorrow.
Well, didn't you say we're an old people's? No.
Flora,
Yes, dear.
I'm a bit bored with my action man. Can I play with one of my camping stoves?
You can play with all four if you want to. Oh, I suppose you realise there'll be no Christmas dinner tonight. And no Boxing Day breakfast tomorrow, my lovely fry-up. Bacon, eggs, sausages, beans, black pudding. All lovely and... Cissie, what have I always told you about sharing your presents?
Every year, but really one does have to hand it to the Queen.
Oh, yes. You know, she was wearing that same brooch 2 years ago. Funny, I lost one that looked just like it.
Lost where?
As a matter of fact, at the changing of the guard. Pudding, Mildred?
Thank you, dear. You're not suggesting that Her Majesty...
I am not suggesting anything, and I sincerely hope she had a very happy Christmas.
Well, her turkey can't have been nicer than our bacon, egg, sausage and beef.
My camping stoves saved the day, didn't they?
I'll drink to that.
We'll all drink to that, to Sissie's camping stove.
Sissie's camping stove.
I still feel very guilty about that fuse wire.
Oh, don't. It's all over and forgiven and forgotten. After all, it is Christmas night. We'll have a carol in a minute.
Can we pull our crackers first, Flora?
You can pull your crackers now. But do be careful with them. She made them herself, so don't pull too hard.
Well, actually, they're the sort that are meant to be unwrapped.
We've all got hats.
They're last year's, but I did iron them.
I haven't got a hat. I'm haven't got a cracker.
La 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 la.
Oh, dear. Oh, I've got that foreboding feeling again. I hope it's not indigestion.
You have got a cracker present, Flora, but it wouldn't fit into a cracker. It's your big present, really.
Oh, dear, has anybody seen my peppermints?
I've got a mascara brush.
I've got the mascara.
I'm not made of money.
Oh.
Oh, what have you got, Roger? What's she given you?
Oh, thanks very much, Miss Lupin. I'll keep it till later.
Oh, come on, Rod, show us. Don't be mean.
Shut up, Finchy.
Go on, show them, Roger.
Oh, dear. Thanks very much, Miss Lupin, for my very nice packet of fuse wire.
You know, I could have sworn he said fuse wire.
He did, and it is. Well, you never know when that might come in handy, Roger. You might be walking along the street and a lady might come rushing out of her house and she'll say,
It's Christmas Day and my oven is fused.
I'm going to get you a special present, Flora. I'm going now.
You can't falter timing, can you? I wonder what she's bought me. I'd worry, only we've had our 3 disasters.
And you've rallied wonderfully, Mrs. Petty, quite wonderfully. I mean, for a woman of your
Yeah?
temperament.
Quick thinking, Miss Milton, very quick thinking. What's that?
La, 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 la. It's your present, Flora.
It's a dead snake.
No, it's not.
Well, what is it?
It's a draft excluder to go round your bedroom door so you won't ever feel cold again.
I'm overwhelmed. But I'm speechless.
It's a good idea, isn't it? I'm afraid I couldn't wrap it because...
Oh, that's all right, Cissie. It's so thoughtful. It's the most wonderful present I've ever had. Oh, look, Dolly, it's rubber.
Oh, yes. Feel it, Mildred.
Will you be able to fix it for her, Roger?
Oh, it's a piece of cake, yeah. It's good stuff, this
Oh,
Finchy. Look.
come on, ladies. Look at it and thank you for those lovely paper chains. Cissie? Did I put the glue on?
Just now.